Have you ever noticed how some men in their 70s or 80s seem to defy time? Their eyes still shine with energy, their minds stay sharp, and their bodies remain active. You can't help but wonder, what's their secret? At the same time, others begin to fade too soon, losing the vitality they once had. What if the answer lies in something we rarely talk about? Your relationship with your body and the role of self-care. I'm Dr. Laura, and in this video we'll break the silence on a topic that could change how you live and thrive in your golden years. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share the latest scientific findings, real patient stories, and a 5-step plan you can start tonight to reclaim your vitality, no matter your age or circumstances. Before we begin, I'd truly appreciate your support. If you enjoy this video, please like it to help spread these lessons on aging well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Leave me a quick comment too. Type number 1 if you like this video or 0 if you don't, so I can continue improving and serving you better. Now, let's dive in. As a physician with decades of experience, I often ask myself a pressing question. Why do some men age with such energy and enthusiasm, while others lose their spark far too early? I've seen this contrast firsthand. Men in their late 70s or 80s hiking through national parks with their grandchildren, full of life and stamina, while others struggle with basic daily routines. Their faces light up with joy, solving puzzles with a sharpness that rivals younger minds, radiating an energy that inspires everyone around them. Yet, I've also met men in their early 60s who seem to have given up, not because they wanted to, but because they've absorbed the belief that aging automatically means decline. Let me be clear. It doesn't have to be this way. Aging can be a chapter of strength, curiosity, and even rediscovery. One of the most overlooked keys to this lies in a subject rarely spoken of: our sexual selves, especially the role of self-pleasure. For many, the very word masturbation carries discomfort, rooted in silence, shame, or cultural taboo. I understand that hesitation, but I invite you to put those preconceptions aside and look at what science tells us about the body's remarkable design. Your muscles, your mind, and your capacity for pleasure are not programmed to shut down with age. On the contrary, your body thrives on engagement, and self-pleasure is a natural, powerful way to keep its systems alive and active. Now let's look at why this matters. Sexual activity, whether with a partner or alone, sets off a chain reaction of benefits that reach far beyond the moment itself. It sparks a hormonal cascade that acts like a rejuvenating tonic. Testosterone rises, helping to preserve muscle strength and bone density, both essential for mobility and protecting against frailty as the years advance. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, floods your system, calming the nervous system, easing anxiety, and creating a deep sense of connection. Alongside it, endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, help soothe aching joints and release the tension of sleepless nights, leaving you more grounded and refreshed. But the benefits go far beyond hormones. Sexual activity, including self-pleasure, is like a hidden cardiovascular workout. It pushes oxygen-rich blood through your body, nourishing vital organs and systems. This improved circulation sharpens the brain, keeping neural pathways active, supporting memory, and maintaining focus. It also strengthens the heart, lowering the risk of cardiovascular disease. A long-term study from the University of Finland followed men between 55 and 75 for 5 years. The results were clear. Those who maintained regular sexual activity, whether with a partner or solo, not only had fewer cases of heart disease, but also performed better on cognitive tests compared to less active peers. Even the pelvic region benefits. Increased blood flow keeps tissues and muscles healthy, supporting bladder control and sustaining sexual function. Think of your body as a finely tuned machine, one that has carried you through decades of work, family, triumphs, and challenges. To keep it running smoothly, it needs consistent care and engagement. Like any finely built machine, the body requires regular maintenance to perform at its best. Neglect one vital component, and the system begins to break down. Sexual health is one of those components. When nurtured, it works like premium oil, keeping the whole system running smoothly. But when ignored, the cost isn't just diminished pleasure, it's a decline in vitality itself. Take a moment to reflect. Have you felt your energy slipping, your mental clarity fading, or your inner spark dimming with time? These aren't simply signs of aging. They are signals your body is asking you to listen. In my practice, I've seen men well into their 80s reverse these patterns by intentionally reconnecting with their bodies in mindful, compassionate ways. So why do so many drift away from this essential aspect of health? In countless conversations with resilient men, those who've built careers, raised families, and weathered life's storms, I hear a recurring theme. Doctor, I just don't feel like that part of me matters anymore. It's a statement that strikes deeply, not because it reflects reality, but because it reveals a painful misunderstanding. For some, it comes from physical changes. Desire doesn't spark as easily as it once did, or erections take more effort, leading them to believe that chapter has closed. For others, it's rooted in lifelong messages of shame or silence that taught them to dismiss this part of themselves. A father's stern warning that real men don't do that, a religious teaching branding it as sinful in later life, or a culture that glorifies youth while rendering older men's sexuality invisible. These messages run deep. Society reinforces this disconnect in subtle yet powerful ways. Advertisements almost never celebrate the sensuality of aging bodies, and even doctors often overlook sexual health during checkups for men over 50. The result is a widespread myth that sexuality has an expiration date. But let me be clear, your body disagrees, and science does too. The need for pleasure and connection, whether shared with a partner or expressed alone, is hardwired into your biology from birth to your final days. What changes with age is not the need itself, but the way we engage with it. When men disengage from their sexual selves, the cost extends far beyond the bedroom. Research shows that abandoning sexual activity, including self-pleasure, can accelerate cognitive decline as the brain's pleasure pathways, vital for resilience and emotional balance, begin to fade. Chronic stress hormones like cortisol rise unchecked without the balancing effect of oxytocin and endorphins, weakening the immune system and increasing vulnerability to illness. Cardiovascular health also suffers as stagnant blood flow raises the risk of heart disease. A 2019 review in the Journal of Sexual Medicine revealed a striking truth. Men who maintained regular sexual activity lived not only healthier lives, but longer ones. I'll share a story from my practice, with details changed for privacy. A patient I'll call John, a 72-year-old retired mechanic with a no-nonsense demeanor, came to me feeling drained. He was exhausted, mentally foggy, and disconnected from the man he once was. We worked on his diet, adjusted medications, and improved his sleep. Yet something was still missing. One day, he admitted, "Doc, I haven't felt like a man since my wife passed. I stopped everything." With compassion, we talked about self-pleasure, not as a replacement for love, but as a way to honor his body and reclaim his vitality. 6 months later, John returned with a spark I hadn't seen before. His blood pressure was steady, his sleep had deepened, and he'd even gone back to tinkering with vintage cars, a passion he had long abandoned. "I feel alive again," he told me. His transformation wasn't about chasing youth, but about embracing the man he was now. So, what might be holding you back? For some, it's practical, living in a busy household with kids or grandkids, or the limitations of a care facility. For others, it's physical, chronic conditions like diabetes, arthritis, or medications that dampen desire. And for many, it's emotional, the disconnection that comes after years of neglect, leaving them unsure where to start. Whatever the barrier, it can be overcome, and the rewards are life-changing. On a physical level, self-pleasure is a powerhouse for circulation, fueling energy and resilience in ways that touch every part of your health. Each session sends a surge of oxygen-rich blood throughout the body, keeping tissues flexible and organs well-nourished. In the pelvic region, this supports penile health, erectile function, and even prostate wellness. A landmark Harvard study revealed that men who ejaculated 21 times or more each month reduced their risk of prostate cancer by as much as 33%. A powerful reason to stay active. But the benefits go far beyond the pelvis. Improved circulation strengthens the heart, sharpens the brain, and energizes the extremities, helping to counter stiffness and fatigue that often come with age. On a hormonal level, self-pleasure is like a skilled conductor orchestrating balance in the body. Arousal and orgasm release endorphins, easing chronic pain from aching joints to stubborn headaches. Oxytocin brings relaxation, lowers stress, and prepares the body for deep, restorative sleep. A treasure as we grow older. Testosterone helps preserve muscle mass and bone density, pushing back against the natural decline of aging. A University of California study even linked regular sexual activity to increased neurohormones that protect brain tissue, potentially slowing memory loss and dementia. The mental and emotional impact is equally profound. Staying connected with your body builds a sense of control and joy, countering loneliness and depression that so often shadow later years. I've seen it repeatedly. Men who withdraw often grow dim, but those who embrace their sexual selves seem to come alive again. A 68-year-old widower once told me, "Dr. Laura, I didn't realize how much I'd missed simply feeling human." That's the heart of it. Not indulgence, but self-care, as vital as a balanced diet or a daily walk. So how can you make this part of your life? I've developed a restoration method, a 5-step approach designed for men over 60, helping them reintroduce self-pleasure with ease, safety, and respect for the body they have today. This isn't about chasing the vigor of your 20s or trying to meet an unrealistic standard. It's about meeting yourself with kindness and curiosity. Commit to practicing 2 or 3 times a week, and you may be surprised at the benefits that unfold. Step 1 is preparation. Create a sanctuary for yourself, whether it's your bedroom, a quiet den, or any private space where you feel secure. Lock the door, dim the lights, and make it comfortable with pillows to support your back or hips if needed. Choose a quality lubricant. Silicone-based works especially well for mature skin because of its smooth, long-lasting glide. Warm a small amount in your hands. This time is yours. No rush, no expectations. Just you and your body. Step 2 is awakening. Start by exploring areas you might normally overlook. Run your hands gently over your thighs, lower belly, chest, or arms. Pay attention to what feels alive, what sparks sensation. Your body has changed, and that can be a gift to rediscover. Perhaps your shoulders respond more than before, or your neck tingles at a gentle touch. There is no finish line here, only curiosity. Step 3 is connection. Slowly transition toward more intimate touch, but keep your pace gentle. Use the lubricant to enhance comfort and sensation. Experiment with pressure and rhythm, listening to what your body enjoys now, not what worked decades ago. If arousal builds more gradually, allow it. That's part of your new rhythm. That's normal and beautiful. Let your breathing guide you, deepening as your body relaxes. Step 4 is release. If orgasm happens, that's wonderful, but it's a bonus, not the requirement. The true goal is connection, not performance. Savor the sensations, whether they rise to a peak or settle into a gentle warmth. Each moment of pleasure nourishes both body and mind, strengthening those vital pathways. Step 5 is reflection. Afterward, allow yourself a moment to rest. Notice how your body feels, perhaps lighter, more grounded, or even re-energized. Over time, you may want to jot down these experiences in a journal. What changes do you observe in your mood, energy, or outlook? This simple step helps cement the practice as self-care, not just a physical release. This method is flexible. If mobility is limited, adjust positions. Lie on your side, use pillows for support, or rely on a lighter touch. If medications reduce desire, talk with your doctor about alternatives. But don't assume pleasure is out of reach. If privacy is an issue, find those quiet moments, whether early morning or late evening, and claim that time for yourself. Now, make this personal. What's one way you already nurture your well-being? Maybe it's a morning stretch, a favorite hobby, or time with a beloved book. Could self-pleasure become another thread in that tapestry of care? Ask yourself honestly, what keeps your spirit alive? And what might be holding you back from taking this step? Remember, this is never about pressure. It's about possibility. Your body is capable of surprising you with resilience and joy. Will you give it the chance? Step 4 is about focused stimulation with intention and care. This stage invites you to explore mindful touch through 3 techniques that have shown profound benefits for many men. These methods encourage connection with your body, prioritizing sensation and awareness over performance. Let's look at them closely. The first is the encompassing palm technique. Apply a generous amount of lubricant to your hand so the touch feels smooth and comfortable. Gently wrap your hand around the shaft with light to moderate pressure. Think of it as a warm, supportive embrace rather than a tight grip. Move slowly, keeping a steady, unhurried rhythm. The goal isn't speed or a finish line, but simply immersing yourself in the sensation. Notice the warmth, the texture, and how your body responds. If a certain stroke feels especially good, linger there and allow yourself to savor the moment fully. The second is the gland circulation technique. Shift your attention to the head of the penis, one of the most sensitive areas rich in nerve endings. Using your thumb and forefinger, or whichever fingers feel most natural, trace small, deliberate circles around the glands with firm yet gentle pressure. Imagine this as a gentle awakening, as though you're offering those nerves an attentive greeting. This method isn't about force. It's about precision, patience, and awareness. Adjust the speed slightly. Notice what resonates, and stay attuned to the subtle feedback your body gives. If you feel a tingle or warmth spreading, that's a sign you're engaging the area effectively. The third method is the root strengthening technique. Shift your focus to the base of the penis and the perineum, that often overlooked area between the scrotum and anus. Using your fingers or the heel of your hand, apply steady, gentle pressure and massage in slow circular motions. This practice boosts blood flow to the pelvic region, supporting sexual health and strengthening the pelvic floor muscles, key players in vitality and stability. As you massage, breathe deeply and imagine energy flowing through your lower body. This technique grounds the experience, connecting physical touch with a sense of balance and strength. Remember, the goal is not to chase an erection or orgasm as a sign of success. Let curiosity guide you instead. If a certain touch brings comfort, warmth, or pleasure, pause and explore it. Think of it as building a dialogue with your body rather than racing toward an endpoint. If your thoughts drift to performance, gently bring them back to the present moment. What are you feeling right now? Step 5 is integration and reflection. After finishing the stimulation phase, allow yourself a moment of stillness. Close your eyes if you wish, and take several slow, deep breaths, letting oxygen flow through your body. Notice the warmth lingering in your hands, pelvis, or chest. Feel the subtle hum of energy that may have awakened during the practice. This pause is your chance to integrate the experience, turning it into more than just physical release. It becomes a holistic act of self-care. Take a quiet moment to reflect. What stood out most to you? Perhaps a particular sensation caught you by surprise, or maybe a calmness washed over you that you didn't expect. There's no need to judge the experience. Simply acknowledge it. Even a thought like, "I showed up for myself, I'm taking care of my health," reinforces that this is not just about pleasure, but about investing in your well-being. If you're still here and finding these lessons valuable, let me know by commenting the number 2 below. Thank you for giving me your time. You might also consider keeping a private journal. Simple notes like, "Felt more relaxed today," or "The gland circulation technique was interesting," can become a personal record of your journey. Over time, these entries grow into a quiet celebration of your dedication, a victory log of small, meaningful steps toward greater health and self-connection. The key is to ease into the practice with patience and intention. Here's a simple roadmap. In week 1, focus only on the first 3 steps: relaxation, breathing, and body awareness. Use this time to grow comfortable with the process, tuning into your body's signals and creating a sense of safety. Practice 2 to 3 times, keeping sessions around 15 to 20 minutes. In week 2, begin to introduce stimulation. In week 2, begin adding the focused stimulation techniques from step 4. Keep the approach gentle and exploratory, experimenting with the 3 methods, encompassing palm, gland circulation, and root strengthening, without pressuring yourself to get everything perfect. Aim for sessions of 20 to 30 minutes, simply observing how your body responds to each technique. Stay curious and open. By week 3, it's time to find your rhythm. Now, you can integrate all the steps into a complete practice, adjusting pace and duration to what feels right for you. Some days, one technique may resonate more strongly, so let yourself linger there. Over time, sessions may naturally extend to 30 or even 45 minutes as you ease into the flow. By this stage, you'll likely have a clearer sense of what connects best with your body. Timing can also enhance the experience. Mid-morning, between 9 and 11 a.m., often aligns with natural peaks in testosterone, heightening energy and responsiveness. If mornings feel rushed, early evening between 5 and 7 p.m. can be just as effective, when the demands of the day begin to settle. For those with arthritis or stiffness, practicing after a warm shower may bring added comfort as muscles and joints relax. And if you use erectile dysfunction medications, plan your session to coincide with their peak effectiveness, always consulting your doctor for guidance. As you deepen the practice, it's important to be aware of common pitfalls. Anticipating these challenges allows you to navigate them with confidence. The first trap is outcome pressure. It's easy to measure success by whether you achieve a firm erection or a powerful orgasm, but that mindset often undermines the experience itself. Redefine success as simply showing up, engaging with the practice, relaxing into it, and noticing any positive sensations, no matter how small. If your mind drifts toward performance, pause, breathe, and remind yourself this is about feeling good, not proving anything. Your body thrives when freed from expectation. The second trap is neglecting consistency. Like eating well, exercising, or meditating, this practice only brings full benefits when done regularly. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week to maintain momentum and allow your body to respond more deeply over time. Think of it as brushing your teeth or stretching, an essential act of care, not an afterthought. If you find yourself skipping weeks, reflect gently on what's getting in the way: time, privacy, or motivation, and address it with compassion. Third, remember the value of a slow pace. Older bodies often respond best to gradual, intentional stimulation. Resist the urge to rush toward arousal. Instead, dedicate 30 to 45 minutes, giving yourself time to breathe, to relax, and to explore. Rushing only invites frustration or disconnection, while patience lets pleasure unfold naturally. And fourth, don't limit yourself to just the genitals. Your entire body is a canvas for sensation. Explore your inner thighs, lower abdomen, nipples, or any area that sparks curiosity. You may be surprised at the new pathways of pleasure waiting to be discovered when you broaden your focus. This approach eases pressure on any single body part and opens the door to a fuller, more playful experience. If you're unsure where to begin, simply run your fingertips across different areas and notice what feels most alive. The fifth and final step is confronting shame head-on. For many, embarrassment can still cloud self-touch, especially later in life. If these feelings surface, acknowledge them without judgment and replace them with truth. This is a doctor-approved act of self-care, proven to benefit your heart, mind, and overall health. Write down its rewards: better sleep, lower stress, sharper focus, improved mood, and read them when doubt returns. You might even affirm aloud, "This is good for me. I deserve this care." Small acts like these gradually break the hold of shame. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you feel inspired to embrace your vitality with confidence. Now, let me ask you, what's one insight that truly resonated with you? Was it a scientific fact, a fresh perspective, or a step from the restoration method you're eager to try? Share it in the comments below. Thank you for spending this time with me. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more guidance on thriving at every stage of life.